TGIF, my Young and the Restless fans. I hope you're having a fantabulous Friday. We made it to the end of the week. We have our Friday cliffhanger episode. I'm going to give you a few highlights and then we'll unpack all of it. First, we see Jack is resuscitated. We also see Victor catching them holding hands and tell Jack to stay away from his wife. Nikki finally chooses Rehab, and then we see Claire connect with Harrison. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and unpack this Friday cliffhanger in Genoa City for May 3rd. So we start off over at Society where we got Victoria and Nick having a drink, and he's asking her if she's okay. She's finally been catching some Z's, she admits, but after reminding herself that Jordan is gone permanently, at least so she thinks. Now Nick says summer is like a coiled spring, and Victoria is sorry about that. Nick says all of them had their doubts about Claire, and Victoria admitted that she had a little bit of doubt for a moment too. Now Cole brought her back, kept her well fed, and of course Nick gave her a little snicker, giving her the eye. She has a look in her eye when she talks about Cole, and she tells him to shut up. You shut up. According to him, wondering how long it'll take them to move in together. Now she's rolling her eyes and admits that they got a slight connection. He's been there for her, and Nick thinks that he's a good guy and is happy if everything works out. Guess who strolls in the door? Victor, looking for Nikki, who hadn't come home last night. Now, Nick is worried that Jordan survived the fall and has her, but Victor was like, no, that's impossible. However, he did tell them that Nikki has been drinking again, and Victoria was like, yeah, I knew it. Now, Victor gets a ping on his phone. His security team thinks that they know exactly where she is, so he races out. And Nick and Victoria worry about their mom, but know she can finally focus on her recovery now that Jordan is no longer alive. Yeah, so they think. They rehash things and hope that they can find her help. Now we're over at the GCAC and Jack is still stressed out on the sofa and the paramedics are working on him. Nikki asks, how's he doing? The men say, look, we gave him a shot to counteract the opioids, but he need to follow up with this doctor. Nikki is beside herself with worry, as she should be. He asks if she's taken anything, and she says not the pills, but she has been drinking. Now, the paramedic says to make sure he doesn't do anything else. Next time, he might not be so lucky. They leave as Nikki vows to make sure. Now, she's sober as she asks Jack to wake up. He is confused as he comes around, so Nikki tells him about the pills and the booze. He clutches his head and she starts cussing like, what the hell were you thinking? She tells him that what he did caused her to rethink things though. She's going to rehab. It's about time. It's been 6 months. Now, Jack is proud of her. She's so sorry about the horrible things she said to him last night. He brushes it off. He couldn't leave her there. She asks why he risked himself. He's not so sure. He said instinct. She thanks him. They hold hands, and guess who shows up? None other than Victor, and he slammed that door, demanding to know what the heck is going on in here. Nikki asks, why was he there? Victor says, why do you think I'm here? I've been looking for you all night. Now, Jack apologizes. Things got out of control. The ambulance was for him. Nikki saved his life. She says Jack was just trying to help, but Jack tells him that he slipped. He's owning it. Nikki denies how it all happens. Victor doesn't give a gosh darn how it happened. Now, Nikki tells her husband she's ready to go to rehab. She's so sorry knowing that she discussed him. Victor tells her, look, just go get cleaned up and we'll go home. She goes to the bathroom and the two men are giving each other the evil eye. Victor is hotter than fish grease at Jack when Jack was supposed to protect her. Jack couldn't take that he couldn't help her and took the pills to make the pain go away. Victor says, you know what you done is unconscionable. Jack agrees, but Nikki turned the corner. Victor rolled his eyes, but he now says something unconscionable that he told Jack that he wouldn't even try to save his life. And Nikki returns, get the pills from Jack before they leave. Now, there's somebody else that's looking for Jack. Kyle. We're over at the Abbott Mansion, and Kyle is calling somebody looking for Jack since he hasn't come home. So the person on the other line said that they haven't seen Jack, so then Kyle gets off the phone. Claire now turns up, surprising Kyle. She tells him she's fine to be out, but she's a little shaky. Now, he's glad she's safe, and Harrison will be too. She came to see how he was. Kyle says, well, he's holding up okay. He's a tough kid. She starts to head out, thinking it is best that she doesn't see him or he'll be reminded of Jordan. Kyle disagrees. He's been asking about her. He asks her to wait until he wakes up. She feels guilty, but he knows that she's not. She disagrees. The reason Jordan terrorized the family, according to her, is because of her. They go back and forth about this. Now, Jordan is gone. Again, so they think. And Claire says that she felt relieved but afraid it wasn't true. She's grateful she made it out. Harrison runs downstairs right into Claire's arms, glad that she's there. Guess who strolled in? Summer, taking in the scene. Now, Summer says it's good to see Claire back, knowing that it was quite an ordeal. Now, Claire says everything turned out good in the end, but it's a bit awkward. Now, Harrison wants Claire to read him a story, but Claire thinks that his mom might want to spend time with him instead. Let's do it another time. Now, Harrison and Summer are glad that Claire's back. They go upstairs. Kyle does an I told you so. Claire calls Kyle and Summer good parents. She talks about how crappy her life was with Jordan, and Summer returns. Harrison wants to see his dad right now. Now, Claire offers to talk to him about the ordeal if they need to before she goes. Summer can tell Harrison is not doing well and thinks that they need to go and deal with that. Now, he made a house for his bunny and talked about needing to add doors and locks to keep the bad people out. He asked if Claire is okay and when she's returning. Now, Summer thinks that he doesn't know what to do with his feelings and need to see somebody. Now, Kyle agrees. Summer says that she'll be his nanny. She'll work it out. Whatever it takes, nothing else is more important than ensuring his safety. At the tack house, Victoria is frantic, jumping on a call, searching for Claire since she's not home. Claire then walks in and Victoria disconnects and demands to know where Claire was. She explained that she was checking on Harrison. Victoria hugs her daughter. Never let me worry like that again. They talk about not having to worry about Jordan again, so they think, and Kyle being okay with her coming around. Now, Claire laughs when Victoria gets all mama bear about her. Now, Claire says Summer was civil. It must be hard to see her in that house. She didn't trust her before, and Claire doubts is going to change. Now, Victoria knows a mother's first instinct is to trust the child. She'll come around. She gets a text message and tells Claire that Nikki's home and she got to go to the main house, and she leaves. So then now at the main house, Victor complains about Jack being a terrible sponsor who matched her drink for drink. Now, Nikki stopped him. Does he want to hear the truth or keep blaming Jack because he can't face that his wife is a hopeless drunk? She was already wasted when Jack got there. He was desperate to shock her by joining her in her misery. Now, Victor calls it a stupid idea. He could have lost her. Nikki talks about wanting rehab for him and the family. He doesn't want to hear Jack's name ever again. Nikki goes to pack for rehab. Victor says that she's doing the right thing and he knows that she'll come out of this stronger and healthier than ever. He embraces her as she cries, "I love you, okay?" he tells her, and she loves him back. Nick and Victoria arrive as Nikki is bringing her rehab bag downstairs. She tells them that she had a terrible night, worst yet, but an important one. She's going to check herself into rehab, and they're relieved but didn't know it was that bad. She hid it, she said, and no more hiding. She asked them to take care of their father, and they share a group hug. And finally, Jack arrives home to the Abbott house, tie in his hand, looking like death warmed over. Now, Kyle jogs down the stairs saying, "Dad, you're okay?" He takes one look at his father's appearance and make the comments like, "What happened to you?" They discuss Claire coming by and how she and Harrison have a bond. Guess who's at the door when Jack opens it? None other than Victor, who warns him to never come near his wife ever again. He exits, leaving Jack to have a sigh. Okay, so there you have it. Let's get the conversation started down in the comments section. What did you think about this episode? The fallout is going to be great between the Newman and the Abbott family. Wait till Diane get a whiff of this. We kind of got a preview of that in the Friday preview for the week of the 6th through the 10th. Oh yeah, she is hotter than fish grease. And can you believe Victor said that he would have let Jack unalive on that couch? Yikes. So yeah, it's going to be ugly. Look like, I guess Melody might be taking a little bit of time away from screen, for the rehab thing. It's probably time for her vacation. So I'm happy that finally, after 6 to 7 months, she is now going to rehab. So yeah, we got to see what everything is going to look like after this point. Also, we got to stay tuned for the bold and the beautiful recap for today as well. As yeah, it's going to be ugly when it comes to everybody finding out that Sheila is actually alive. Can you believe that? And then this situation with Ivy, and oh boy. So we got to stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. Until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.